a little stretch of grass right here that he used to race.
Driving through the community he and his family still call home, Mark Barden shares memories of his youngest son, Daniel.
We still can't believe it. Our little boy is gone. Forever.
Daniel was a rough and tough 7-year-old, banging out his 2 front teeth on the soccer field, playing freeze tag and foosball with his brother and sister, and sharing his kindness with those who needed a friend.
It's still so unreal, to think that any of this happened.
Mark and Jackie Barden say they don't know if the reality of 12-14 will ever actually sink in.
This is tough. This is a tough time, a year. Summer was tough though too. I guess everything's tough.
After losing Daniel inside Sandy Hook Elementary, the Bardens took their pain public.
What happened in Newtown can happen anywhere.
Sharing their grief with the country in hopes it'll inspire others to act.
You go back to our little Daniel in his classroom, seeing somebody who was isolated, sitting alone, wanting to have a dialogue with that person and say, are you okay? And then taking that to the community level where folks need to talk to each other to stay close as a community.
Part of that action has led them to advocacy, fighting for stricter gun laws here in Connecticut and in Washington, D.C. The family, including children James and Natalie, met with U.S. senators, sharing their story and asking for votes.
Well, even if they don't agree, always very respectful and open.
Yeah, and a lot of times if folks don't agree, you just have the conversation with them and they say, oh yeah, I get it.
After the federal background check amendment was defeated in the Senate, Mark introduced the president in the White House Rose Garden, telling the world, though their hearts were broken, their spirit was not.
It was just from the heart, that's our message, is that we're disappointed but not defeated, and we continue to feel that way.
Daniel's spirit still shines through in the postings on the Facebook page created in his honor. What would Daniel do?
Our niece Jackie puts up a story of inspiration, just taken right out of Daniel's from his life, and people will respond to that and say, I'm changing the way I react to people. I'm more patient. I'm looking at things differently now. And they post stories about that, and other people get inspired by those stories. So it's just becoming this big fabric of positive energy and love and kindness.
The Bardens say they hope people around the world will feel like they knew Daniel themselves and plan to turn that page concept into a foundation. As we get closer to the anniversary of that terrible day they lost their son, Jackie and Mark hope instead of coming to Newtown, people will do something kind near their own home.
Probably the best way would be is to look within your own community and maybe see how you can help each other. We've gotten so much support over the year. It would be nice for people to reach out within their community and maybe do some type of service.
Kindness, patience, compassion. It's what Daniel Barden would do. His family would love it if you shared an act of kindness in his name over the next month. If you want to make a donation, they request it go to the Sandy Hook Promise, an organization aiming to turn tragedy into transformation.